all, I'm Beth and I'm back with another episode of How I'm Doing It. I want to show you today my small Ingles haul. I went in specifically for just 4 items and I got that and more. So let me get right to it and show you. One of the greatest things about Ingles, honestly, is their perishable clearance items. In the meat department, also the dairy department, sometimes in the deli, things like this. I love it. And with a large family, I can make use of it. Also, I will tell you things like cheese products or cultured milk products tend to last a few days after the date that's written on the product. As long as you use some common sense, if anything looks or smells off, of course, that's a no-go. But if you open it up, most of the time you're going to find, for instance, like I've got cheese here and some cottage cheese. Those are going to last a little while. So let me get right into it. Again, this is Ingles, and I'm not sure if you can see my total on here, but I spent with tax $40. And I felt like this was a really good deal. Now, I went in, main purpose was this little round chocolate cake. One of my children is having a birthday this weekend, and he specifically wanted a certain type of cake, and he wanted it bought from the store to look exactly the way he wanted it, and I went and found what I think he will love. He sent me a text. He wanted a big, tall, small, round cake just for him. Not a cupcake, not a cookie cake, not a big cake, just a regular cake. So I got him a double-decker, small, single-size cake. Honestly, I think you could probably feed a few people on it, but he's going to get it all to himself. For the other members of the family, I have a sheet cake sitting in the refrigerator. But for him, he gets this cake. Now, this was expensive, relatively speaking, $7.98. But for once a year, you know what? He's a good kid. I get it for him. He's worth it. Now, while I was there, I saw that Minute Maid orange juice, roughly half gallons, not quite, you know, they give you what, like 59 ounces. It kind of looks like a half gallon, but it's really not. Anyway, they were $1.99 a piece. I don't buy juice as a regular rule because it's mostly sugar water. I prefer to give my kids fruit because it's actually got the fiber in it. But the kids love juice, and when it is on sale like this, I will help them by getting it for them. Also, we have lactate fat-free milk. It's on sale. I have one child that sometimes has a little gastro upset when he drinks too much milk at one time. So this was on sale. I thought I would get it for this child. He doesn't drink milk as a regular rule, but sometimes he feels like it. So for $1.99, I can swing it. Now, cottage cheese. My little girl and I love cottage cheese. This is 99 cents a piece for 16 ounces. It says best by tomorrow, but honestly, like I said, for cultured products like this, you can get a few days out of it and it really won't last that long. As always, like I said, if you open it and it looks or smells weird, throw it out, but I really think these are going to be fine. Then I've got milk. I paid full price, but notice the dates. I go to the back of the little row, the little rack that they have, and pull milk from the back. Usually, because not the very, very back necessarily, but I look in the back. You can look without disassembling the rack. You can just kind of peek back there and see what are the furthest away dates. The newest items are usually in the back, and the more older items, the more less current, if you will, are more towards the front. So I skipped right past the September 29th items and pulled the October items. Now, these are little yogurt tubes. I also don't buy organic as a regular rule. That's just how my family rolls. However, these organic ones were half price because they were getting a close date. Again, this is a cultured milk product. Honestly, I don't even know what the date is. Let me see if I can find it for you. Okay. It says by September 23rd, but like I said, they're vacuum sealed. They're vacuum sealed, and they're a cultured milk product. So my kids are going to eat through these pretty fast. They actually probably will be through if I let them just have at it with no guidance, they'll finish through this with their little friends across the street in probably a day or two. So I think we'll be well under the dates for those. Now, I did buy myself a Reese cup pack. This was 75 cents because I just wanted it. 75-cent little treat for mama. Then these are a new kind of cheese, this Galbani brand. This is 8 ounces of cheese. These were on sale, 2 for $4. And then up there on the shelf, if you pay attention when you go through the grocery store, sometimes they'll have a little coupon dispenser and you just pull the coupon out right then and there next to the product. So they were promoting this heavily. They wanted everyone to try it. I figured 2 for $4, and then they had it where you could grab a coupon for each one. So I had 2 coupons for $1 a piece, which is $2 off. Brought these down to $2 for 2, which is $1 a piece, and $1 for a pack of 8 ounces, a half pound of cheese is a good deal. I did need ham for sandwiches. This is a reasonable price. $2.99 is a markdown price. It's a little lower than it usually is. Not a super duper fantastic price, but a good price, so I went ahead and got that. I do not normally also buy Lunchables for my kids because I just feel like I can make higher quality meals for their lunch boxes or on the weekends from scratch, or myself making sandwiches and things, but they asked for these, so I went ahead and bought these. I really don't want to send a candy, see it's got a little tiny snack size candy bar in there. I don't want to send a candy bar of any size with my kids every day to school, but once in a while I can do that. They've had some really good grades on their report cards. They've had some really good behavior reports from their teachers. So each one of my elementary kids who asked for this is getting one of these little Lunchable type of a meal. These are not Lunchables, they're Armor lunch makers, but close enough. Anyway, so I got all of these things with tax, and I'm in a high tax state. My tax is almost 10%. I got all this for 40 bucks. So I was pretty happy with this, and it's all things that we will definitely use. No guessing here. I know that we will enjoy every bit of it. All right, guys and girls and ladies and gentlemen and all sorts of super savers around the world. I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you next time. That's how I'm doing it. One more thing I want to do is say what cultured milk products are. Some people who are newer to grocery shopping and meal preparation may not be familiar with this term. Right here, the first ingredient says cultured pasteurized organic whole milk in these yogurt tubes. Then goes on to say what these strains of active cultures are, and promotes in the literature on the side of the box live active cultures. Cultures in dairy products are bacteria. Yes, if you're not familiar with that, bacteria sometimes can be used to preserve milk products and create the very milk products that much of society enjoys. The history of cultured dairy products was that before refrigeration was common in the modern era, society needed a way to preserve milk products. And they found that cultured products with the correct bacteria help them do that. Not just any bacteria, it has to be the correct strains and kinds of bacteria. So, for instance, yogurt, cheese, cottage cheese, sour cream, things like this. These are cultured milk products, and as I just said, that they were used in the very beginning for the purpose of preserving milk products. I personally find that these types of products do tend to last a short while after the generally printed date on the products. Anyway, plus a lot of us, self-included, feel like when we have live active cultures in our diet that our stomach feels better, our gastrointestinal system feels like it works better, it feels better. I feel healthier when I have this type of thing in my diet. So I just wanted to clear that up if anyone questioned what does cultured dairy product mean.